My hijab became me. The story continues. In my first story, I said I paused my hijab. This is where that story continues. Because now my hijab became me, and I became my hijab. Not out of pressure, not out of culture, but out of obedience. Even though I wore the hijab, I wasn't yet living like a Muslim. My actions didn't match the beauty I carried on my head, and that reality started to weigh on me. There came a moment when I said to myself, I need to pause. Not because I stopped believing, but because I wanted to return to Allah sincerely, not just in appearance, but in truth. So I started focusing on prayer, on the small sacred steps. How to make wudu properly, how to pray with presence, how to follow the rules with understanding, not habit. Then I opened the Qur'an. The first time I finished it, I cried, because I knew Allah had tested me, but He also chose me. And through that test, I learned how to fall on my knees at night for Tahajjud. That was the moment my heart changed, when I realized that every act of obedience was a form of worship. So I read the Qur'an again, not to memorize it this time, but to study it, to understand the meanings, the stories, the mercy in every verse. And Allah, in His wisdom, placed in me a hunger for knowledge. Sometimes He makes understanding hard, so you keep seeking Him. The more I learned, the more I wanted to feed my soul. And then, it happened. One day, while studying a verse, I felt something awaken inside me, a realization of why I needed to cover myself. It wasn't just cloth anymore. It was obedience. And obedience is worship. From that day on, the hijab became part of my prayer, part of my relationship with Allah. It was no longer a symbol forced upon me, but a sign of surrender, a reflection of what was already happening in my heart. I no longer wore it because people said I should. I wore it because I finally understood why Allah commanded it. And when something comes from understanding, from knowledge, it becomes beautiful. So today, I wear my hijab with pride. Not out of fear, not out of culture, but out of divine love and obedience. To my sisters who are still searching, don't rush your steps. Start with prayer. Start with knowledge. Let Allah teach you, guide you, and fill you with light. Because once you taste the sweetness of faith, obedience no longer feels heavy. It becomes your peace. Alhamdulillah, I wear my hijab with dignity, with knowledge, and with love, for the one who guided me back.